Hi, my name is Aliana Marie P. de las Alas from BSBA MM2202, and today I will be discussing Section 10, Review and Compliance Procedure under the Republic Act No. 6713. Republic Act No. 6713 is an act establishing a code of conduct and ethical standards for public officials and employees to uphold the time-honored principle of public office being a public trust, granting incentives and rewards for exemplary service, enumerating prohibited acts and transactions, and providing penalties for violations thereof and for other purposes. Section 10. Review and Compliance Procedure. The designated committees of both houses of the Congress shall establish procedures for the review of statements to determine whether said statements which have been submitted on time are complete and are in proper form. In the event a determination is made that the statement is not so filed, the appropriate committee shall so inform the reporting individual and direct him to take the necessary corrective action. In order to carry out their responsibilities, the designated committees of both houses of Congress shall have the power within their respective jurisdictions to render any opinion interpreting this act. The individual to whom an opinion is rendered and any other individual involved in the similar punctual situation and who after issuance of the opinion acts in good faith in accordance with it shall not be subject to any sanction provided in this act. According to the Memorandum Circular released on April 16, 2018, the Constitution of the Republic of the Philippines requires public officers and employees to submit upon assumption of office and during such period as may be required by law, a declaration under oath of their assets, liabilities, and net worth, or SALN. The same shall be accomplished under oath as the public has the right to know their assets, liabilities, net worth, and financial business interest, including their spouses and unmarried children below 18 years of age living in their households. As it is endowed with public interest, there is need to establish a review and compliance procedure in the filing and submission thereof, thus this Memorandum Circular. Guidelines in the review and compliance procedures in the filing and submission of statement of assets, liabilities, and net worth, and disclosure of business interest and financial connections. Section 1. Filing and submission of SALN. All Plantilla-based personnel shall file under oath their SALN and disclosure of business interest and financial connections with the Human Resource Management sections within 30 days after assumption of office, statements of which must be reckoned as of his or her first day of office. On or before April 30 of every year thereafter, statements of which must be reckoned as of the end of the preceding year. Within 30 days after separation from the service, statements of which must be reckoned as of his or her last day of office. Employees are strictly required to fill in all applicable information and or make a true and detailed statement in their SALNs. Items not applicable should be marked NA or not applicable. Section 2. Persons authorized to review and evaluate the submitted SALN. There shall be a designated review and compliance committee to receive through the HRMs and to evaluate if the same has been submitted on time, complete, and in proper form, and render opinion interpreting the provisions on review and compliance procedure in the filing thereof. Section 3. Duties of the Review and Compliance Committee. The Review and Compliance Committee shall prepare a list of the following employees to be submitted on or before May 15 of every year. Section 4. Ministerial duty of the Executive Director to issue compliance order. Duty of the Executive Director to issue an order requiring those who have incomplete data in their SALN to correct the desired information and those who did not file their SALNs to comply within a non-extendable period of 3 days from receipt of said order. Section 5. Sanction for failure to comply, issuance of a show cause order. Failure to correct or submit SALN in accordance with the procedure and within the given period pursuant to the directive in Section 4 hereof shall be a ground for disciplinary action. First offense, suspension for 1 month and 1 day to 6 months. Second offense, dismissal from the service. Section 6. Transmittal of all submitted SALNs to the concerned agencies on or before June 30. The HRMs shall transmit all original copies of the SALNs received to the concerned offices on or before June 30 of every year.